So welcome everybody. I'm Eli Pariser. I'm Executive Director of Move On PAC, and I am calling in tonight from the Babies Welcome House Party in Astoria, New York. So if you hear background noise of kids, it's a good thing. And between this call that we're having right now and the call that we're going to have a little bit later on the West Coast, we have 15,000 people, just 15,000 people who have registered on the website. There are more who have come listening in tonight. Karl Rove's worst nightmare. And it's a great night to be progressive in America, so make some noise. So, and one note on our technology: if you're joining us online and you lose your signal, just please reload your browser and hopefully that'll work. So, on to the main event. Over the last 3 years, something amazing has happened in American politics. Millions of people who were never involved before got involved. And that includes many of you. Can I just get a show of hands? How many people had never really been involved in politics before the election this fall? So here I'm seeing I've got about, I would say, 30% of our house party that was never involved before this fall. And how many tonight is the first time that you've really gotten involved in a serious way? At this party, not so many, but nationwide, it's actually a lot of us, a lot of people who got involved in 2004 and wanted to get out and beat Bush. And so we started a new program, a program we called Leave No Voter Behind. Leave No Voter Behind was a volunteer-driven, neighbor-to-neighbor program to get out the vote for John Kerry. Leave No Voter Behind volunteers reached out to 6 million people on the phones and at their doors. We talked to about 1.25 million voters, and in the end we turned out well over 600,000 voters in those key battleground states for Kerry. In New Hampshire, for example, Move On members turned out more people than Kerry won by. So there were some great successes, and we also learned some lessons that we're building into our new plan. We didn't win, but on November 3rd we woke up and realized that these millions of people, you all, were still here, and that in fact the progressive movement that you've built was stronger than it's been in a long time. And so to figure out our little corner of it, we held future Move On house parties, just like the ones tonight in late November. And at those parties, you told us your priorities were challenging the Bush administration and Republican leaders on issues like Social Security, so the Supreme Court, election and media reform, the environment, Iraq. And you told us also how you wanted us to do it, that you wanted us to do it together with a positive vision, that you wanted to be organizing locally, and that you want to move on to focus on electing real progressives to Congress. And that's what tonight is all about. For the last 4 months, we on the Move On staff have been developing a plan to accomplish these goals that you set for us in neighborhoods across the country. We'll fight right-wing attacks on key issues, and we'll use those issues to organize locally and to reach out to neighbors and voters, and to build momentum for 2006 elections through organizing and laying out a positive vision and a strong progressive message. We're calling this citizens campaign to take back our country Operation Democracy. And you're its founding members. So give yourself a round of applause, because tonight you're the beginning of something big. That's good. We have a very enthusiastic. The name Operation Democracy came out of suggestions that Move On members sent in. And we chose it because that's fundamentally what this campaign is about. We're confronting the policies that put corporations first and people second, and we're making sure that the American government, once again, is of the people, by the people, and for the people. The folks we're up against believe they can subvert democracy through systematic misinformation and fear. But their best days are behind them, and if all of us roll up our sleeves and get to work, I know we can win it back. Our first big campaign in Operation Democracy is going to be on one of the gravest threats to democracy, Bush's push to stack the courts with right-wing judges. Years from now, when we've won back the House and the Senate, and the White House too, the judges that are appointed this year will still be around. And that's why it's so important that the Senate confirm fair ones. And the very first thing we'll be doing as part of this project is organizing a National Call-In Day so that our senators know how much we care about this issue and how much we want fair judges. So the person leading that fight has sent you a message tonight, and I'm happy to be able to share it. So here's Senate Democratic leader Harry Reid. How do we? The very first thing we'll be doing as part of this project is organizing a national call-in day so that our senators know how much we care about this issue and how much we want their attention. The person leading that fight has sent you a message tonight.
This is to prove that this isn't actually Eli Pence,
So
sir.
here's Senate
It's a
Democratic
robot.
leader Harry Reid.
I'm honored to move on to ask you to speak with you tonight. I'm told there are more than 10,000 of you on this one call. 10,000 voices working together. I thank you for all you do. Last year, the United States Senate worked to confirm 204 presidential nominations and rejected only the 10 most extreme. 204 to 10. This confirmation record is better than that achieved by President Clinton, President George H.W. Bush, and President Reagan. Despite our efforts to work with President Day, we renominated 7 of the 10 rejected nominees. We have one of the lowest vacancy rates in the history of the federal judiciary. When these nominations come back to the Senate floor again,